Morning and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and a website on thisday.com. For links to those sources, the music done by Carrera, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar in the description below. Is the music even playing? Yes, it is. All right. I have the music down quite a bit because I have been getting complaints in the comments section about it being a little too loud, and I have no idea how all this stuff works. I've been trying to figure out how to increase my microphone sound because I'm quiet compared to several people, and other people are quiet compared to me, so it's a whole mess. Anyway, I am Aoxander, and I am joined by
Golden Loon.
yeah, aka Meat Leave It to Beaver Meat Cleaver.
That defines it, yeah.
Yeah. Today is Sun's Day, also known as Sunday. Hey, it's my day.
Oh, boy.
Not September, October 16th, 2022. Hey, welcome, Sohen. Just in time. So, we're going to start us off here in the year 456. Magister Militium Ricimer defeated the Emperor Avitus at Piacenza and became master of the Western Roman Empire. Okay.
That's something.
Yeah. So, in 1492, Christopher Columbus's fleet anchored at Fernandina, which is Long Island in the Bahamas.
Yeah. Wings
Yeah.
on his hat. Look at that.
Yeah, with a captain and everything. So. Then in 1579, Francis Drake sighted land in the Philippines after crossing the Pacific Ocean aboard the Golden Hind. Alright. I see Sohan is still muted. So I'm just going to continue on here. We got a victory in battle in 1813, the Battle of Leipzig, the largest battle in Europe prior to World War I. Napoleon's forces were defeated by Prussia, Austria, and Russia. So that's right.
Hold on, this man got a golden helicopter.
A golden helicopter, what?
A hind. The
Oh,
type of
yeah. Okay. I get it now. So,
okay. And historical publication, 1847, Charlotte Bronte's book Jane Eyre, published.
ah,
Published what?
no, the book Jane Eyre.
Oh, okay.
The author is
Yeah,
Charlotte
Jane
Bronte. The
Eyre.
book Jane Eyre was published.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Haven't heard either one, but
Let's
that's
see.
okay.
Neither have I.
Ooh, 1848, the first U.S. homeopathic medical college opens in Pennsylvania.
Homeopathic, which means all natural. Utilizing eucalyptus scent to better
okay.
your chi and all that crap.
Is that really what that means, huh?
I believe so. Let me Google this here. Homeopathic.
Man, homeopathic is being telepathic with your homies.
You and your homies.
That's pathetic.
Homeopathy or homeopathy is a pseudoscientific system of alternative medicine. It was conceived in 1796 by the German physician Samuel Hahnemann. Claims like cures like dilution increases potency, disease caused by miasms. So
You're
what?
on the track there, though.
Yeah, so it's based on
So Alex,
what?
sounds like some new age shit.
Yeah, well, that's what all these hippy dippies, remember that South Park episode where Stan was sick, and then
Oh, Kyle was sick, and Kyle needed a kidney.
oh yeah, and then they were using homeopathic medicine and it damn near killed him.
And yet, if I say you homo, means a whole different meaning.
Well, this is homeo, so two vastly different words there.
Yes, of course.
Mr. Loon, you loony guy, I swear.
Give me some comedic latitude, would you?
And I got one more.
Yeah.
1854, Abraham Lincoln presents his Peoria speech denouncing recent federal legislation extending slavery on the lawn of the Peoria County Courthouse in Peoria, Illinois.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Now it's
like
your turn.
man, dude, like the political battle leading up to the Civil War is truly astounding. Like,
Yeah.
well, like when you actually look at it, and I didn't even realize this until, but it makes a whole lot of sense until recently. Like, a lot of states were made just for this political fight. So like you have like the House of Representatives. Okay, well if like you're the North, and I don't know who started it, but
Yeah.
the North, they converted territories into states so they can have more seats on the House. So then in return the South do it, and then vice versa, and then so like about I don't know 70% of the states ever made were just made just for this fight. Just to become even or one up on your opponent for for more representation to pass laws.
We still do it today. It's a power struggle.
Yeah,
Only
but now,
that was in spades.
yeah, well, back then they were like literally making whole new states and
Yeah,
everything.
that's
just
what I
for,
say.
Yeah.
Power struggle in spades.
Which did you hear? Um, Eastern Oregon is voting to secede from Oregon and join Idaho.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, there goes Idaho.
yeah. Well,
No offense.
Yeah, no, like
No offense, Oregon.
I saw it. I saw it the other day. There's like some kind of like Greater Idaho thing,
Yeah.
but but they're being forced to vote on the secession thing.
Maybe
So-
being forced. If you get on the ballot, then it's there to
Yeah.
vote on.
Yeah.
But
Well, no, they're
Then the
forcing
people
voters
decide.
to vote on it or
yeah.
something.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's on the ballot, you're kind of forced to vote on it, or you don't have to
Okay.
vote.
Yeah.
But then it's up to the people, which is
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
But like, what it's doing is essentially like the mountain range that splits up the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
So like there's like a third of Oregon is actually on the west coast,
Yeah.
and then the majority of it is desert and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Well, that's all being cut out of Oregon. So
Yeah.
Oregon is just going to be the coastal area, and everything else is just going to be part of Greater Idaho.
Well,
So
you can look at California is the same way.
Yeah.
All the population and all the craziness is a long, thin band, 50 miles wide from, let's say, upper part of San Francisco all the way down to San Diego.
yeah, you were talking to me about this the
Yeah,
other day.
and that's where the major population is. That's where all the crazies are. And you go on the other side of the mountain range,
Well, there's
the
also
Sierras, and it's entirely different.
there's also the state of Jefferson. There's also the state of Lincoln. Pardon me. I think it's Lincoln that like takes up sections of Northern California and like Oregon and maybe Washington or something. But like it's not recognized as a state. But like there's little pockets of these things all over the nation. They consider themselves their own little state. Like I think there's a state of Lincoln somewhere else, and then I think Jefferson is the Pacific Northwest. I'm not sure. But like they're trying to form their own state out of previous existing territories.
Well, there's been talk for years that it's never even come close to being on a ballot, but separating California into NorCal, SoCal.
Yeah.
But it's never come to fruition. But that's talked about.
Which, by the
for
way,
20 years, 30
speaking
years.
of all the secession, did you hear Putin has said that they will consider annexation? If a state secedes from the Union and wants to join Russia. Yeah.
California could go that way. You never
Yeah.
know.
Well, hey, this might actually become part of Russia. Seriously.
There was also talk a number of years ago about selling California to China and settling our debt. That's just talk, but still the fact that it's talk. Are you
Dude,
kidding?
it's kind of funny that all of these like end up with bad scenarios, like going to Russia, going to China, not good. You know. Like,
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back on track here. Someone, you have one more, right? In 1859.
Yep, 1859. Abolitionist John Brown leads 21 men on a raid of the Federal Arsenal at Harp's Ferry, Virginia.
Hey, I remember hearing about that. So like he raided a federal arsenal.
Yeah.
And I think he was killed. So
Really?
yeah, actually,
You think they'd mention that?
well, let's see here. 1859 execution by hanging. So he
Ah,
wasn't killed in
so
battle.
they caught
but-
him and hung
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, that's right. I remember hearing about this. This guy, it might have been the catalyst to start the Civil War, not just like not the Yeah, well, because of what he
Yeah.
did. Like,
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what he did, but he did something, and he's an abolitionist. Um, and he raided the federal arsenal, and he started like this whole shootout thing. A lot of soldiers were killed.
Well,
Um,
they armed themselves. Yeah.
yeah,
Good
it was
pull.
a whole thing.
Good pull.
Yeah, well, I saw a video about it a while ago.
See, this is what I
So-
enjoy about history. Something that I'm totally unaware of, but it's really kind of an important event.
Hmm.
You know, but we're totally unaware of him. Totally unaware of this guy, and the history of the guy or anything. But
Yeah.
good pull. Yeah.
Well, like this guy, this guy was going on for years and years, causing a whole ruckus in
Sure.
the government and everything. And then eventually he took things into his own hands. And, some people consider this might be the start of the Civil War, not Fort Sumter.
Yeah.
know?
This could be the trigger.
Yeah. Then 1861, Confederacy starts selling postage stamps. That's interesting.
That's the first step to separation because they're raising money.
Well, they were already separated.
tax.
1861 is around when the Civil War started.
Yeah, but they weren't separate. But that's they're selling stamps and
Well, yeah, they were separate. April 12th, 1861. So the war had already started.
okay, then they had already started.
Yeah,
Okay,
so,
that's
like,
why they're selling stamps. They're raising
Yeah.
money. That's a tax. Stamps
Yep.
are tax.
Yep, that is true. Yeah. In 1867, Alaska adopted the Gregorian calendar across its international dateline. The time zones
Yeah.
are confusing and all that crap.
Your point yesterday was really good on where the name came from.
Yeah, well, Pope Gregory,
Yeah.
all that stuff. And then, let's see here. 1869, a hotel in Boston became the first to have indoor plumbing. How about that? 1869.
Yeah, how
Indoor
about that?
plumbing.
You're not kidding. Indoor plumbing.
Then, someone here has a historic event.
Yes, I do. 1901, Booker T. Washington and his family are invited to dine at the White House with Teddy and Edith Roosevelt, prompting commendations for the condemnation for the South. There's a story behind this. At first, they wouldn't allow him in the White House. Teddy Roosevelt himself had to walk down and invite him in.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that shows us, that tells a lot right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as those guards were probably sweating bullets as they seen that he was walking up.
Yeah, well-
Theodore Roosevelt.
What about the one before? That's awesome.
Yeah, what about the one before? You missed 1875 here. You there?
Yeah, 1875, Birmingham Young University is founded in Provo, Utah.
Ah, LDS.
Yeah.
Latter-day
Latter-day
Saints.
Saints. Yeah.
Okay, so it's Mormon. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Brigham Young. I mean, he was the founder of the whole thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
here's another good one. Oh God. Oh fuck! 1909. In his fourth title defense, Jack Johnson knocks out Stanley Ketchel in the 12th round at Mission Street Arena, Colma, California, to retain his heavyweight boxing crown.
Nice.
Yeah, Jack Johnson was every white man's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Huh.
You're not kidding. It's a the fact that they let him in the ring in 1909 is kind of amazing.
Yeah, with all the segregation and all this stuff, even back back then it wasn't even segregation; it was just how things were.
Yeah.
They were so mad at this man winning.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, he had a white chauffeur, a white driver,
Oh my God.
a white wife who he cheated on with white prostitutes.
Wow. This guy.
Yes.
Dude, I'm surprised he didn't get assassinated or something. That's
The
everything
government
you could do
eventually-
to piss off white people back in the day.
Eventually, the government found a way to arrest him, and later, years later, Trump pardoned him.
Oh wow.
Who pardoned him?
Trump.
Trump. You did say
Yeah.
Trump.
Yeah.
Trump.
That's what I
So,
heard.
man, it's awesome. Some of these things, I love it.
Yeah. See, this is why I have people on the show.
Yeah, there you go.
And, see,
And It's your turn now.
Yep. 3 years later, in 1912, Arnold Schoenberg's Pierrot Lumiere premiered at the Berlin Schauerlein Saal, sung by Albertine Zim. Okay. Why does this guy look horrified? He's like,
Got bad news for something.
uh-oh. We got a theater premiere in 1913 as well. George Bernard Shaw's play Pygmalion premiered in Hofburg Theater in Vienna, Austria. Huh.
Pygmalion, yeah.
All right. And then let's see here. Um,
Oh shit.
19,
Yeah.
1915, Great Britain declares war on Bulgaria. Has to be during the First World War. You know?
Yeah.
But then 1916, Margaret Stranger opened first birth control clinic in the U.S. at 46 Amboy Street in Brooklyn.
I thought it was Morgan Sanger. She's the bitch, behind
Planned Parenthood.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her whole point of that was she wanted to eliminate the black race. That was her goal.
That's awful. And now, surprise, surprise, leftoids, are supporting that whole
Yeah.
organization.
And the sad part of it is, obviously, the black race,
Black
has
Lives
not
Matter.
been. Yeah. No, has not been eliminated.
Yeah.
But it also hasn't grown like other races have in this country. It's pretty well stayed the same.
Static.
The same
Yeah.
number, yeah.
Yeah.
So it has had a huge effect
Yeah, that's really sad.
on the black community. Yeah.
Yeah, well, not to mention, like what the welfare has done and everything, made everybody more reliant on the government.
Instead of
You know,
family. Family. You
and-
go back and you can read Thomas Sowell's stuff back in the day. He grew up in Harlem in the 40s,
Yeah.
40s, 50s, and how they were so family oriented because they had to be family oriented to survive because segregation and everything
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
else.
Well,
Not that that was good, but the
when this-
fact that governments tear down family values so much is
Yeah.
really bad.
Well, when the state isn't helping you, like with things they
Yeah.
actually should be, like police, then you're kind of relying on yourself, and your community,
And, yeah, your
and you
community.
effectively act in some ways like a city-state,
Yeah.
just to exist.
And I've
So-
seen interviews with him again. Going back to him, he's one of my, people I really look up to. In Harlem, he says it was perfectly safe. You could be out at night anytime. You could walk parks at night, anything.
You said that they don't even
Yeah.
lock their doors,
Yeah,
you know?
didn't have to, but they're extremely safe.
I mean, like, this is how, like, I believe the Crips came out first and then the Bloods, I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But one of them came out of the other. It was a schism, and then one was formed out of the other.
Blood stink flooded first.
Okay. But, like, because they had nothing there to help their community. So, like, they were the police force. Like, very much like how, like, in Japan, the Yakuza, they are the police, Like, because the police, don't go there. Now, they've muscled in and become the police, but, that's a different story. The Crips and Bloods, they were forced to exist because nobody was there to be there for them,
Look at Mexico today. Who's running the country? Is the government? I
No,
don't think so.
absolutely not.
Cartels.
Well, our country's not run by the government, that's for sure. So, but anyway, you got a meeting of interest here, or is it still
As
my
meeting
turn? I
of
don't remember.
interest. It's my turn.
Okay.
Meeting of interest, 1916. T.E. Lawrence of Arabia meets with Faisal Hossein.
Yep. Lawrence of Arabia.
Cool.
Without him, we like him and his campaign to destroy all the railroad tracks, in those like desolate,
Yeah.
hard to get to areas, like
Yeah.
just destroy the Ottoman Empire, just wreck them, It's crazy.
Also, 1930. Oh, well, yeah.
Which one?
1931. U.S. trunk murderess Winnie Ruth Judd murders two friends, then dismembers one of them in Phoenix.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's disgusting.
Oh, ooh, fuck. Also, 1934, Mao Zedong and 25,000 troops begin their 6,000-mile-long march from the south of China to the north and west.
That's frightening.
Yeah.
You start seeing those people moving, it's like, oh crap, here they come. They mobilized and they're on their way. Oh no.
I was moving.
Yeah.
Look, he's smiling in that picture.
Hey, look at that. And the historic event, you're talking about Jean Batin?
1936, Jean Batet reaches Auckland, New Zealand after flying solo from Kent, England in a record 11 days and 45 minutes. Oh, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Obviously, it wasn't like a non-stop flight. So
No,
yeah,
you got some sports history.
I do. 1936, Lou Gehrig was voted American League Most Valuable Player by BBWAA. What the hell is that?
I have no idea what that is.
Baseball.
I know what BBW is.
Uh,
Going to hell before I die.
Baseball Writers Association of America. All right. And so yeah, so they voted him American League Most Valuable Player.
And who cares? I mean, about
Okay.
the WBB, whatever it is. Yeah.
Well, no, they're the Baseball Writers Association of
understand,
America.
yeah.
So yeah.
None of us have heard of it, so woohoo.
Then in 1938, Aaron Copland's and Eugene Loring's ballet Billy the Kid premiered in Chicago. All right. And in 1939, George Kaufman and Moss Hart's comedy The Man Who Came to Dinner opened at the Music Box Theater in New York City, running for 739 performances. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
19
here we go.
1940, the Warsaw Ghetto is formed by German Governor General Hans Frank. There's Hans Frank and leader of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, Mordecai. One of you had a friend named Rigby.
Huh. That'd be pretty cool. Pretty interesting.
1941, Romanian legionaries enter Odessa, Russia during the siege of Odessa, part of the Axis invasion of the Soviet Union.
And it's showing here Lady
Oh,
Death,
Romanian.
the deadliest female in all of history. She killed like, what, 200 some odd, fascists?
Confirmed kills, yes.
309. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, confirmed kills.
Yeah, she's good, but she is no Simo
Huh. Still
who
better
got
than me.
500. Got 500 confirmed kills.
Damn.
He's called the White Death.
Let's not forget Vasily, though.
Yeah,
From the Battle of Stalingrad, the sniper Vasily.
yeah.
You have one more.
Yes. 1943. Jewish quarter of Rome surrounded by Nazis. They are sent to Auschwitz.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it took that long, though. I guess this is after, well, no, when did Italy switch sides? So after World War II. October 13th, 1943. Okay, so 3 days ago they switched sides, and then the Germans came in and took all their Jews. I see. That's awful. Anyway, moving on up into 1946. Oh, here we go. Finally, 10 Nazi leaders were hanged as war criminals after Nuremberg war trials, including Wilhelm Keitel, Joachim von Ribbentrop, and Alfred Jodl. Good.
Yeah.
Just talking about, what they did, literally previous article. So good, Face the music, you bunch of psychos. 1948, demonstration by Moscow Jews honoring Israeli ambassador Golda Meir.
Golda Meir. Yeah.
Golda Meir, okay.
Yeah. Well, I remember her.
And then 2 years later, 1950, the first edition of C.S. Lewis's The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was released in London. Ah, I know that book. And then the subsequent...
I do too.
Yeah, the various movies as well. Like, weren't there 3 or 4 of them?
There's like 3.
Okay. Anyway, I believe it's now your turn, sir.
1953, Fidel Castro was sentenced to 15 years Havana.
Good.
In Havana.
Good.
They should have gave him death. They slipped.
Well, yep. This is what happens
Also,
when we allow crazy people to live. But yeah, anyway,
Wait a
go
minute. Go back on that. What did they put him in jail for?
on. Probably starting an uprising.
Yeah, but he won. He
Oh,
conquered.
no, not the first time.
53. Oh, you're right. Okay, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it was later.
Yeah, no, like...
Bay of Pigs was later.
Yeah, very much later, no.
Yeah.
And the Bay of Pigs wasn't for Fidel; it was against Fidel.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was a total disaster.
Yeah.
So he was already there. Yeah.
Yeah. The Bay of Pigs was like in the 70s, right?
Yeah. Well,
1965.
yeah, it was in President.
Oh, you're right. 1961.
Yeah.
So, huh. Well, I guess he got out or he got broke out or something. I don't know because this is.
Well, he's probably released before that.
Okay.
I didn't realize he was in prison.
Yeah, no, very much like Hitler. Like his first attempt didn't go so well.
Yeah.
So, but then his second attempt.
Yeah,
went
Bay of
way
Pigs
too
was in
much.
Kennedy's era.
Yeah.
That was his big fiasco.
Yeah. Anyway, what else? What happened in '57, Mr. Sohan?
1957, Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip visit Williamsburg, Virginia.
All right.
Oh, they came to America?
Apparently.
It's like, hey, look, Queen, this is what you used to have.
Yeah. Oh my God. 1 year later, 1958, Benjamin Britten's Nocturne premiered. And then 1962, Cuban Missile Crisis began as JFK is shown photos confirming the presence of Soviet missiles in Cuba. Yep.
We
Here
was
we
just
go.
talking about.
Well, we were just talking about the Bay of Pigs, which eventually, did not help the whole situation with the Cuban Missile Crisis. But as I said before, they were responding to our aggression with our nuclear missiles directly on their border in Turkey. So, if we didn't do that, this wouldn't have happened. This is a direct response, not.
Well, you can't say that. You can't
Yes, I
say it
can.
wouldn't have happened.
Well, no, they were
sure.
doing this in response to us having missiles on their doorstep. They're just like, well, fuck it, we'll have missiles on your doorstep too. Check,
Yeah. But they also pulled them out.
Yeah, after we pulled ours out. Yeah, no, we did.
Not sure.
Yes. No, it was a joint thing. It's like, hey, get your missiles the fuck away from us, and we'll do the same for you. We're just doing what you're doing to us.
Yeah.
You want us to treat you better? Well, do it to us first, buddy. It's not that hard. That's how it happened. That's part of the treaty. They pulled them out because we pulled ours out.
Well,
So
you may be 100% right. I don't remember that part of it at all. I just remember because we have a treaty on the Western Hemisphere, and I can't think of the name of it, what it's called, and that was broken when the aggression came in to put those in.
well, of course they wouldn't report that on the news because that would make us look like the aggressor during a time where they're really trying to push anti-communist, anti-Soviet, anti-Russian, stuff. It's
Sure.
always like, oh, America number one. Blah, blah.
Sure, it was a whole different different news cycle.
So I'm not surprised because I didn't hear about it until a couple years ago, actually. So,
Okay.
you gotta look at things from the other side to get the full story. Anyway, then I have one more here in 1964. Harold Wilson's Labour Party won British election. Okay. All right. Then Stohen. Oh
I
God.
remember this, yeah.
But
1968.
this one, yeah. 1968, American Tommy Smith Gold. 19.83 WR. I'm guessing wide receiver. I'm not sure.
No idea.
John Carlos Brown famously give the Black Power salute on the 200th meter medal podium during the Mexico City Olympics to protest racism and injustice against African Americans. Well, during the 60s, yes, that shit was legit.
Yeah.
Boy, that caused a huge uproar in this country. Huge.
Oh yeah, fun fact: the superhero Black Panther came out before the Black Panther Party.
I did not know that.
Yes.
I always thought the superhero was based off of that
Oh.
movement.
No.
Okay. By the way, Soen, you remember that meme, Paper Beats Rock?
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Almost.
I wonder
Also,
if
Nick-
you fully get it.
Well, paper, scissors, rock, and they're
Yeah.
doing the symbol with their fist
Yeah,
up is
no,
a
but
rock.
Paper,
Mhm.
rock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing?
No. Okay.
Okay, do you get it?
Apparently not.
Jeez.
Ah.
Paper Beats Rock.
Okay.
It's a stupid meme.
Yeah.
I guess you don't fully understand.
Is it a meme when you're putting the paper on the rock?
No. Okay, paper beats rock. It's that stupid meme where like they're doing the 1930s German salute over the Black Power fist. Paper
Oh
beats rock.
yeah, oh yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's a
Okay,
horrible
I
meme.
get it.
So
You got to
Okay,
explain it
also
that bad. It is a bad meme.
well, like you're
ni-
not of the internet, so
No,
I have
you're
to
right.
fully explain it to you for
You're
you to
right.
get the context. So
1970, Pierre Trudeau invokes the War Measures Act as a response to the October crisis, the only peacetime use of the War Measure Act in Canada's history, well, Canadian history.
cannabis history.
Canada.
Oh, Canada's history. Okay.
Look,
Uh,
look at Trudeau.
yeah, no, dude, that guy is not Justin's father, not at all. That period. Like, only by name, but not by blood. So,
And 1973, Henry Kissinger and Luc Leduc controversially award the Nobel Peace Prize for negotiating a ceasefire in Vietnam that later failed.
hmm.
Why give him the fucking thing if it failed?
Well, he was trying to do something, but the North would just not have it. And once you get politics involved in war, everything just goes to shit. Like it's war. Kill or be killed. This is what I'm talking about.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
See that?
Yeah,
Isn't that awful?
gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, you have one more, right?
Yeah. Yeah. 1973, the Gulf Six, Iran, Iraq, Abu Dhabi, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar unilaterally raised the posted price of Saudi light marker crude oil by 17%.
Ooh. So that's a calculated move right there.
Yeah. Also, we ended up with gas lines and everything else.
Oh yeah. With gas lines, like you're talking. Oh, you're talking. Okay, that's right. The oil crisis. That's right. I remember. So you're talking about gas lines, like outside the gas station to
Yeah,
get gas.
yeah.
I was thinking like pipelines and stuff. I'm like,
Oh.
what are you talking? It's like,
No,
is this
no.
is why pipelines weren't like? What?
I don't know
Elaborate.
how long it took for that to get here, but
Yeah.
yeah, shortages, odd and even.
Yeah.
When you could get gas, odd and even license plates, all
And
that.
then didn't we have like a gas glut, like 5 years after that or something?
We could have. I don't remember that because a gas glow just means lower prices. When you can't
Yeah.
get gas, it's memorable.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. Moving on up, we got a papal inauguration in 1978. Polish Cardinal Karol Wojtyła was elected Pope John Paul II. Oh hey, so that was his actual name, Karol Wojtyła.
From Poland.
From Poland.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also 1978 test debut of Kapil Dev, India versus Pakistan at Faisalabad cricket. So
Yeah.
there we go. And 1 year later, 1979, comedy sketch show Not the 9 O'Clock News debuted, starring Rowan Atkinson, Chris Langlim, Pamela Stevenson, and Mel Smith on BBC Two. Oh, that's the guy who plays Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
Yes, Rowan Atkinson.
Yep. Your turn, sir.
Yes, it is. Also, 1982, Secretary of State George P. Shultz warns the U.S. will withdraw from the UN if they vote to exclude Israel. Oh, come on.
Huh. You know, I don't know why we give Israel so much love. Yeah, we give a lot
Hey,
of
you
love
know
to
what?
other nations, but we really are just like sucking on their toes, man. Like, why? It's ridiculous.
They should have called his. They should have called their UN should have called his bluff.
Yep, it should have. So, 1983.
And 1983 Ryder Cup. Ryder Cup Golf PGA National Golf Club. U.S. wins 14.5 to 13.5. Bernard Gallagher missed 3-foot putt or bogey gives Tom Watson 2-1 win and the U.S. win in point. Okay.
Yes. We won golf. Woo.
Okay. 1984. Desmond Tutu, South African Anglican Archbishop, wins Nobel Peace Prize.
Nice.
Oh, hey, for the first time, a South African didn't. It's a black guy, not a white guy.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Huh.
Yeah.
In
And
1985, Intel introduced the 32-bit 80386 microcomputer chip. Okay.
That's major.
Well, I mean, yeah, like, it might have been
Yeah.
game changing. I don't know. Like, I don't know
Yeah,
anything
I don't
about
either.
a 32-bit. Like, we run off 62 bits today,
Yeah.
or like, even more for like the more advanced computers and whatnot.
no, 64.
64.
Some are 64.
Some were 64. What are you saying?
Some are 64-bit.
Yeah, no. Today, we have 64, and then like we also have 128.
But that was 32-bit, I believe, was a huge up.
Oh yeah, no, like it used to be 8 and then 16 and 32.
Yeah.
We're constantly doing a multiplication of 2.
Yeah.
It seems.
Yeah.
So. But then moving on up into 1986, the U.S. government shut down due to disputes between President Reagan and the House. So that's not good.
Must for a balanced budget must be why they shut it down.
Maybe.
So they had to. If they don't have a budget, they can't finance stuff.
True. Then, Sohan, you got another Nobel Prize here.
Yes, 1986. Mo Soyinka, Nigerian playwright and poet, becomes the first African to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature.
Nice. 1
Yes.
year before I was born.
Yay.
Yeah.
Also, talk about the year he was born, 1987.
Yeah.
Defending champ Mike Tyson beats Terrell Biggs at TKO in round 7 at Convention Center, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Retains unified heavyweight boxing title.
Did we find out yesterday that he got in trouble for a street
Yes.
fight in 1988?
Yes.
Yeah. Like yesterday,
Yeah.
back in 1997, like the court and all the legal shit got done, and he was like fined or something for some brawl he did like 9 years prior.
Yep.
So.
His problem
Yep,
is
no.
that most boxers, when they're professionals like that, their hands are considered lethal weapons.
Yeah.
So they have a problem when they get in a street fight.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yep.
like, because like, I wonder if there really is like like a registry for like your hands or something like as lethal weapons or something like that, or if it automatically just is endowed upon you when you reach a certain athletic level, or something like that.
I think it kicks in, and I don't know by any stretch. If you get into like a street fight, then they'll come and say no, those should be considered lethal weapons.
Yeah.
Then the judge will determine that or whatever.
Okay.
That'd be my
So
understanding.
it's more of a court argument than an actual
yeah. I would think
designation.
so.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no registry saying I now have legal weapons. I've never
Yeah.
heard of that.
Yeah. Well, I've heard jokes about it and such, and like there is a stigma that like people out there actually believe that there is like after a certain amount of training you have to register your hands as lethal weapons or something. I'm not sure.
Well, I had to register back in the day, being a father with a crazy ass son.
Yeah.
I have a weaponized look,
Yes.
a lethal look.
Well, you also have the ability to like reach through telephone lines.
And grab you by the shirt collar.
Yeah. What do you mean you got suspended again? I saw those fingers coming through the receiver. I'm not kidding. Like I saw them. It scared the hell out of me. So.
And I'm coming to pick you up.
Oh God.
Oh God.
You die in 23 minutes. Great.
Yeah.
7 years old and I'm writing a will. Anyway, so in 1992.
Yep. Before that, I think I seen some. Oh, I didn't. Never mind. 1992.
Hold on a second. 1991. George.
1991. 1991. George Joe Henner kills. 35 kills. Wait, no, is he 30?
At
Is
the
it?
age
Oh,
of 35.
okay. George Joe Henner at the age of 35 kills 23 and himself and wounds 20 in Texas.
Good Lord.
Huh.
Like,
Never heard of
is
that.
that a bomb or
Don't
just like a
remember
mass shooting or what?
I'm guessing shooting. This is
Gotta be
Texas.
shooting when they write it like that. He
Yeah,
killed
well-
23.
Yeah, but that means he shot 43 people. How can you shoot 43 people and not get shot by then, especially in Texas?
Well, you
Like,
start firing. How long does it take for everybody to get there?
unless he has like an automatic or semi-auto something or other. Like, if he's just doing it with a handgun, like, you can't get 40 hits because everybody will be gone.
Yeah.
Now you're hunting them, and that's just more time for other people to grab guns and hit you back. So like it has to be like some kind of like semi-auto in the very least, or maybe a bomb or something.
Yeah.
But like it can't be like a single shot rifle or a pistol or something like that.
Oh yeah, he's gonna pull out the flintlock.
Yeah,
No,
no.
it's got to be an
Yeah.
automatic weapon of
Yeah.
some kind.
Maybe an Uzi or something. Who knows? But anyways,
Yeah.
we spoke about the ending of this yesterday. So here's the beginning. So that's kind of crazy.
Here we go. The Luby shooting.
The Luby shooting.
That's what it's called.
The
Luby shooting.
The Luby shooting. Luby shooting. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see here. He was the deadliest mass shooting by a lone gunman in U.S. history, being surpassed 16 years later by the Virginia Tech shooting. Oh, wow.
Where was it at? Go up and scroll up. Where was it at?
Killeen,
Luby's
Texas, in the
cafeteria in Killeen, Texas. So it was a
Ah.
cafeteria. Okay. So maybe but like you don't have enough rounds in a handgun.
Right.
So like,
This mass shooting I remember, and I wonder what the date would be, was in a Texas university. A guy went up in a tower and just started shooting people. It took him forever to get him out.
Oh, yeah.
Take him out.
Yeah, Charles Whitman, because he was a good sniper.
yeah. Well, I'm trying to see. Well, I'm just going to add this link in the underbar for anybody interested in reading more. I was just trying to see what weapon he used, but I'm not finding anything. Actually, hold on a second. Luby's shooting what weapon? Let's see.
Glock 17 and a Ruger
Oh.
A Glock 17
P89
and what?
pistol.
A Glock-
Ruger P89 pistol.
Luger P89 pistol. Let's see. That could be semi-automatic or fully auto. I'm not sure. Oh,
Both
Ruger.
were fucking deals, dual wielding gun pistols.
Okay. Still though, there's not enough between two pistols. Like there can't be that much rounds. Like he had to have reloaded at least once,
I'm
both
sure
of them.
he
Let's
reloads.
see.
That's no problem.
Glock can hold a lot of bullets.
Yeah, but what, like 12, 15?
Oh, more. I think more.
Huh. Oh well. Anyway, let's move on to 1992 here.
1992, Gilligan's Island's TV pilot film in 1964 is first shown on TV, TBS,
Huh.
Turner Broadcasting Station.
I wonder why they didn't show Gilligan on that picture.
Yeah. Well.
Because it's Marianne.
Yeah, that's Marianne. You're right. Wasn't she the school teacher or something?
I think so. Yeah.
I wonder
Get the
why
act-
this was the first time that the pilot was put on TV. You'd think that would have been the first thing.
Having some issues.
Maybe.
Say that again. You wonder why what?
This is the
Having some
first time
licensing
their pilot
issues.
Yeah.
was first shown on TV.
Yeah.
Probably licensing issues.
But like, why isn't the pilot the first? Because this was filmed in 1964. Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
Usually, the pilot is the first thing shown on TV.
Yeah,
So
you're
why
right.
did it take until 1992 for it to be shown on TV?
Oh, that's a good point.
After the entire show was over with.
Yeah, way over.
Yeah. Like, that's weird. Like, we were just talking yesterday is the anniversary of the movie when they actually got rescued and everything. So I didn't know they finally got rescued. So I got to see that movie.
I never saw the movie, so
Yeah.
no, I had no idea.
Yeah, no, they got rescued. They finally got off that damn island. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they had to, otherwise they'd be dead.
Yeah.
How long can you live, on an island like that? Anyway, let's see here. 1992. It's still your turn, right, Sohan?
Yeah. 1992. Well, 1993, anti-Nazi. No. Yeah, you're right. 1992, 1700th David Letterman show.
1,700 shows.
Wow.
That's a lot of shows.
Yeah. there was a big hoo-ha when Johnny Carson retired. Who was going to take over, Jay Leno or Letterman?
Ah.
Jay Leno won, but I mean he went on to do his own thing because Letterman was a late night show after Johnny Carson went off the air. He would follow in behind Johnny Carson, and he thought he should have been taking over that, but they brought in Leno instead.
Yeah, when did the Crimson Chin retire?
The who?
The Crimson Chin.
What's that?
Jay Leno.
Oh,
He's a chin,
Oh. Yeah,
Wait,
you're right.
Wait, he retired?
Yeah, I think so. He retired a while ago.
Oh, yeah. He took over Carson show, and then he retired. And who knows came in after that. I didn't follow him.
Leno left the Tonight Show for good on February 6, 2014. And then on February 17th, he was succeeded by Jimmy Fallon.
There you go.
So, which was a really stupid move. That guy's an obnoxious prick.
It's all political stuff now.
Yeah, it
Back
is.
in the day, it wasn't Carson. You could never tell
Well,
what political ties he had.
The Daily Show.
Nothing to do with it.
The Daily Show finally got rid of Trevor Noah. Thank God. That guy's crap.
Yeah, after his comments about the Queen.
Yeah. Well, that guy, after.
Daly?
Yeah, no, not John Daly.
Stewart.
Jon Stewart, thank you. You keep thinking Daly. No, the Daily Show with Jon Stewart on Comedy Central.
You're right.
So, he was a great host, and after he left, they brought in, Trevor Noah, and he was he was apparently big or something. He was a comic from South Africa, but literally, I'm watching this. It's supposed to be actually reporting on the actual news, and then taking a satirical, outlook on it and everything. But it's actual real events that are happening. It's not. But then he always, every single story, it was all about, white man bad, black man oppressed. He always twisted everything into that. Years before all this, woke narrative, started happening.
Well, Stewart was great.
Yeah.
He took that same base and made it good.
Yeah, but Trevor Noah just always made, every single story always somehow he twisted it into some kind of racism because of white people.
It's not worth talking about.
It's ridiculous. He's
not worth talking about.
He's not. He was trash since the very beginning. Anyway, I'm going to move on up into 1993. General Omar al-Bashir was appointed Sudan president. Okay.
I wonder why he was appointed.
I don't know. Maybe the previous guy got assassinated or something. Sudan.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
Who knows? In 1995, Brian Lara scored 169 in Shadra ODI versus Sri Lanka cricket.
Yeah.
So, and then 1998, former Chilean dictator General Augusto Pinochet was arrested in London on a Spanish warrant requesting his extradition on murder charges.
Now, it's all my personal opinion, but we should ban reading about cricket.
Maybe.
Only my personal opinion. Doesn't count for squat.
But what about equal representation of sports entities?
Here we go. Yeah.
Think about the cricketers.
I vote for men and girls sports. What do you think?
Cricket lives matter.
Okay, now we split.
Yeah. All right, welcome to part 2. Sohan, it is your turn.
Yes. In 2001, the U.S. Coast Guard lifts a ban on liquefied natural gas (LNG) tankers entering Boston Harbor to make deliveries to Drestia Everett LNG terminal that has been imposed on September 26th in response to the terrorist attacks of September 11th.
Dang. So it took 15 days to do that.
Because of terrorist threats, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a really slow response.
Yeah.
So.
It sure is.
But then they finally lifted it. Just a couple weeks later. So that's kind of ridiculous. So.
Yes. Also, year 2002, a Bibliotheca Alexandria in the Egyptian city of Alexandria, a commemoration of the Library of Alexandria that was lost in antiquity,
Yeah.
is officially inaugurated.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
That should be highlighted.
Yeah, it should. That's awesome. I mean, like, the amount of knowledge we lost with the burning down of Alexandria.
Yeah.
Thank you, Julius Caesar, you piece of shit. You know.
Tell us what you really think of Julius Caesar.
Well, I hope he's on fire for all eternity. That's what I think.
Oh no, man, he's getting his back scratched for the rest of his life in hell. Blades.
Good. That's what he deserves and more. But no,
Oh,
like
so
that set us back 1,000 years.
Oh yeah.
Like some theorize that, like with the technology lost and everything, and all the advancement that could have been, when Christopher Columbus set off to inevitably accidentally find the Americas, if the library hadn't been burned down, we would have been spacefaring possibly at that time.
Wow.
So, back in 1400, we could have been spacefaring. So where would we be today? We'd be like in colonies floating around Jupiter, for all we know.
Well, you can
Yeah,
also
we'd be like
say,
Cowboy
I'd like to know
Bebop.
the information we lost with the Egyptians too. I mean, the technology they had is incredible.
Oh yeah,
We lost all of that for some reason.
yeah. Well, we might be experiencing, like we might be on the precipice of another mass, education loss.
Think of it this
You
way:
know?
if those two things had been saved and passed on, we'd probably understand cricket today.
Yes.
Barb will probably understand
Because
what
we would
women
have
think.
unlocked the secret of all the cosmos, figured out the meaning of life, we would finally have a reason to understand the wackiness of cricket. Like, for lack of
get
any
it.
other
We'd
thing to
get
do, we would learn about that.
Yeah.
So,
But one thing we won't learn is what restaurant a woman wants to go to first.
what?
Say again.
One thing we will never learn is what restaurant a woman wants to go to.
Yeah.
But you get the last word, Yes, dear.
Yeah. Anyway, 2004.
2004, 17-year-old Lionel Messi makes his league debut for FC Barcelona in a 1-0 win against crosstown rivals Espanyol at the Estel Olympia Luis Company's Barcelona.
Huh. All right. You got another sports history in 2005.
I do. 2005, Renault driver Fernando Alonso wins season-ending Chinese Grand Prix at Shanghai International Circuit. First Spanish Formula One World Drivers' Champion who wins by 21 points from Kimi Räikkönen.
Huh. All right.
I mean, that's a girl name.
Yeah. Well, you can't tell anything anymore these days. So, 2018, Britain's Prince Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, began their first royal tour visiting Australia and New Zealand. Okay. And then at that same time, Saudi Arabian Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, denied knowledge of the death of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, according to President Trump.
Liar.
Yeah, the guy looks like a liar. Obviously killed him. So,
Ooh. Here comes another good one in 2019.
2019, Egyptian archaeologists announced a discovery of more than 20 painted wooden coffins from Theban necropolis of Esif. Ooh.
I want to just go back a personal note on Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Something you probably don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You have an uncle whose father started the first newspaper in Saudi Arabia.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I did not know that about him.
Yeah.
But what kind of a
They were-
newspaper is it?
Well, I don't. It's
Well,
news. I can't give you.
What is it pushing?
It's probably pushing whatever the king wanted.
Yep.
But it's just the fact that he started, and they were a pretty backward country back in that day.
They kind of still are.
But
So.
they're a pretty important family he comes from.
Hmm.
Go ahead. That's
All
a
right.
personal note. Sorry.
Yeah. No. That's
History of a
interesting.
personal matter.
It's still pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's Soen's turn now, or actually mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Soen's turn.
Got one more.
No, I did my 3. Your turn.
2019, the first plant-powered selfie taken by Pete the Fern as part of research into use of microbial cells at London Zoo, London, England.
Is this what I think it is? So they manipulate the fern's petal on a molecular level in order for it to uh, essentially take a photograph by absorbing the light of what it's pointed at.
I guess so.
That's how a photograph works, I
Yeah.
believe. But first,
Photosynthesis.
plant-powered selfie. Yeah, but this is the first plant-powered selfie. You know what a selfie is, right?
Of course.
A picture of yourself.
Of course.
So they used a fern to take a picture.
Yeah.
What the hell? Like,
I don't know.
that's wild.
Yeah. It pretty is when you start breaking it, because I didn't even know what they're talking about initially.
Yeah, I think I know
Oh.
what they're talking about, but I don't know if I'm correct. Anybody in the audience, like, if you know more about this, please uh, post something in the comment section.
I'd love to know.
Yeah.
Enlighten me.
Yes.
Also, 2019, Netflix reveals its most popular original movie was Sandra Bullock's Bird Box and TV series Stranger Things for the year.
Wasn't Bird Box porn or something? Like,
No,
Not with her in it, I
what
wouldn't
was
think.
Bird Box about?
I have no idea.
it's
Sandra
about people.
Bullock isn't going to do porn. I wouldn't think she may be on the edge of it. I have no idea, but
Never underestimate
she's
what
a major
Hollywood people
actress,
do.
so porn
Yeah.
wouldn't be in her portfolio.
You never know.
Bird Box about I don't know what it was, but most people were blind. They was always blindfolding themselves.
Hmm.
People was end up killing themselves if
Oh, jeez.
for some dumbass reason.
Oh, that was part of the movie. People were killing
Yeah.
themselves. And
No, I
such.
got that.
So, I remember something controversial about it. I just don't remember what. You know. Like,
Also, 2020, French teacher Samuel Paty beheaded by 18-year-old Islamist militant in Paris suburb of Aragon.
that's awful.
Yeah.
This.
Well, you can go back to lining up people in their orange jumpsuits and beheading them.
Yep.
You know.
In 2021, NASA probe Lucy launched on mission to fly by 8 Trojan asteroids circling the sun.
What's a Trojan asteroid?
False.
It's a big ass.
Oh. So what are they doing?
I don't know. But the Trojan generally means, well, not false, but it's not what it seems. Put it like that.
Trojan asteroid. Let's see here. The Jupiter Trojans, commonly called Trojan asteroids, or simply Trojans, are a large group. Those are Jupiter Trojans. Hold on. What is meant by a Trojan asteroid? A Trojan asteroid, also called Trojan planet, any of a number of asteroids that occupy a stable Lagrangian point in a planet's orbit around the sun, or Lagrangian point. So I guess that's just like I guess just asteroids within an orbit. So
Yes, I have no idea what it
I have
is.
no idea. What is special about Trojan asteroid? They're really mysterious, and we think that they come from the outer solar system. They're also special in terms of understanding the evolution of the solar system because they've remained gravitationally stable for over billions of years. So they believe they might have been from the outer, they somehow got into the inner, and then now they're rotating around the
Locked
sun.
in, yeah.
So it sounds like we're going to scan them.
So
and
it's
whatnot.
not really from this solar system then.
Well, it is from the
From
solar
outside.
system. It's not from this neighborhood of the solar system.
Yeah.
The actual solar system is a lot bigger than you and I actually think. Like it doesn't stop at
Well,
Pluto.
they-
There's like a
yeah.
whole bubble.
But they're
that's
considering it coming from the outside. That's my point.
from outer solar system.
Yeah.
No. They think they come from the outer solar system.
Yeah.
So they are from the solar system, just out, the outer edges of it, So
But being a Trojan is not the norm. It's
yes.
something else.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah. Well, it's a Trojan is pretending to be something that you're not.
Yeah.
So it's essentially called Trojan, I guess, because they're in the inner solar system when they're
not
from the
it.
outer.
Yeah. That's it.
So okay.
We're saying
Any-
the same thing.
Yeah. Anyway, before we move on into births and deaths, were there any articles that you, the audience, found interesting more than most? Anything you want us to elaborate on? Is there anything that you have to add to anything that we've said? Open up a dialogue in the comments section. Anyway, I have a feeling we're about to lose the Golden Loon here.
Yes, you are.
All right.
Enjoy.
Thank you for joining us,
You bet.
Mr. Meat Cleaver.
Have fun, Sohan.
Yes.
Hmm.
Moving on into bursts, why don't you start us off here in 1396?
Or in 1396, we have William de la Pole, Duke of Suffolk, English soldier, died 1450. And well, good little time jump to Noah Webster, 1758. American lexicographer. Webster's Dictionary, born in West Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah, well, thank you, Webster. I've used this dictionary often.
Hmm.
So, then we have Ito Hirobumi in
Hero
1841.
Boomy.
Hirobumi?
Hero, yeah, I think Ito Hero
Hirobumi.
Boomy.
Ito Hirobumi. A Japanese samurai, the first prime minister of Japan, 4 terms between 1885 and 1901, and a resident general of Korea from 1905 through 9, born in
Hmm.
Tsusaraki, Suo, Japan, dying in 1909. Huh.
Yeah, Samurai.
Samurai. We have Oscar Wilde, born on this date in 1854, was an Irish playwright and novelist. Importance of Being Earnest and The Picture of Dorian Gray, born in Dublin, Ireland, dying in 1900 flat. Dang. Ooh, this guy. He looks like Bertie Sanders.
In 1886, we have David B. Gorin, first Prime Minister of Israel, 1948 to 53, 1955 to 63, born in Polansk, Poland.
Hmm. All right.
And 1888, we have Eugene O'Neill, American playwright, sire under the Elms Nobel, 1936, born in New York City, New York.
Ah, okay. And we got Michael Collins, born in 1890, was an Irish revolutionary leader and leading figure in the struggle for Irish independence in the early 20th century. Born in Clonakilty, or Kilty, Ireland, dying in 1922. We have Enver Hoxha in 1908, an Albanian post-war communist leader and dictator of Albania from 1944 through 85, so 41 years. Born in Gjirokastër, Albania, dying in 1985. Good. Guy was a piece of crap. Ooh, I know this name.
Yeah, yes, I do too. Angela Lansbury, 1925, Irish, British, American Golden Globe, and multiple Tony Award winning stage and screen actress. Gaslight, The Maturing Candidate, Mame, Murder She Wrote, Beauty and the Beast, born in London, England. She died.
In 2022, this year, she died. Oh wow, she died 5 days ago,
Yes,
October 11th. Wow, man. Well, that's unfortunate.
yes. And 1927, Gunter Grass, German writer, playwright, The Tin Drum, and Nobel Prize literate, 1999, born in Free City of Danzig.
Hmm.
Yep, Danzig, the Free City of Danzig.
This guy
Tell
looks
your
like
mother
a.
not to.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm about to say the Free City of Danzig. Tell your mother not to go their way.
Huh.
It's
I'm
a
gonna
song.
say this guy looks a lot like Jeremy from Studio C. You know, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, who
Okay.
else was born on this date? We have Dave DeBusschere, 1940, a U.S. NBA forward for the New York Knicks and the last ABA commissioner from 1975 through 76, born in Detroit, Michigan, and dying in 2003.
Yep.
Yep. And then we have a lot of scrolling here. Come on, give me somebody. Holy crap. There we go. Naomi Osaka, born on this date in 1997, a Japanese tennis player for the U.S. Open 2018 and 2020, and Australian Open of 2019 and 2021, born in Osaka, Japan.
Also, I'm gonna do 1963. Missy Hyatt, wrestling manager, WCW, ECW, born in Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice. Moving on into deaths. Starting us off in 775, we have Mansur, Caliph of Abadistan. He just died. Okay. And then let's see here. Moving on up, a big time jump. Ooh, Marie Antoinette. died on this date in 1793. She was the Queen of France from 1774 through 92, who allegedly uttered the phrase "let them eat cake." He was beheaded at the age of 37. Now, by cake, she's not talking about the actual cake that we know. Back then, the cake actually meant all the crust and crap along the edges. So, oh, they can eat the scraps. Like, oh, let them eat the cake. Let them eat the stuff we throw away. Oh, what a nice lady. I'm glad she got beheaded. What a bitch. So, anyway, your turn, Mr. Sohan.
In 1946, we have Alfred Jodl, German general during World War II, head of the German High Command, signed unconditional Nazi surrender, hanged by Allied forces after the Nuremberg trials at 56.
Good.
Oh, and speaking of that, we have also in 1946, we have Alfred Rosenberg, German war criminal, hanged.
Good.
Also with
Oh,
that,
wow, look at all
Ar-
these.
Arthur Sess Engelbrecht, Austrian Chancellor, hanged. Ernest Kudenberger, Austrian Nazi, SSSD, hanged at 43. Fritz Stackel, German Nazi General of Labor, hanged at 51. That's,
Yep.
well, oh,
Yeah.
also 1946, Hans Frank, German Nazi Governor General of occupied Poland, hanged by Allied forces during the Nuremberg trials.
At the age of
God
46.
damn it! All these fuckers. Okay,
Yeah.
you can go.
Yeah. We have Joachim von Ribbentrop, died on this date in 1946, a Nazi foreign minister and war criminal, hanged at the age of 53. 1946, Wilhelm Frick, German war criminal, hanged. Wilhelm Keitel, Nazi military leader, head of the German High Command, hanged at Nuremberg at the age of 64 in the year 1946.
Yeah, they did
And
say 10 people were hanged.
yeah, so I think we just read through them all. So then we have George Marshall finally getting us out of the hangings here. Died on this date in 1959, a U.S. General and Secretary of State from 1947 through 49, who authorized the Marshall Plan. Died at the age of 78. All right, what is the Marshall Plan actually? Let me look that up real quick. Despite me being starving and I want to eat, uh, April 3rd, 1948, President Truman signed the Economic Recovery Act of 1948. It became known as the Marshall Plan, named for Secretary of State George Marshall, who in 1947 proposed that the United States provide economic assistance to restore the economic infrastructure of post-war Europe. All right. For further reading on this, which is, it's a good one, I'm going to add this to the underbar. Now it's your turn, good sir.
Yes. In 1981, Moshe Dayan, Israeli military leader and politician, Minister of Defense, 1967 to 74, dies of heart attack at 66.
Dang. Eye patch, though.
Yeah. And 1992, Shirley Booth, American actress Lola Delaney, comeback Little Siba Hazel, dies of natural causes at 94.
Aw. She looked like she would have been a sweet old lady, too. So. Then who else died on this date? Let's see here. Nobody of any importance, unless you see anything here.
I'm looking.
I'm just going to
Oh,
talk for another couple of minutes or for another
oh
couple of
wait,
seconds.
yeah. 2021, Ron Tutt, American secessionist and touring drummer, Elvis Presley, Emmylou Harris, Harry Garcia, Neil Diamond, dies at 83.
Dang. All right, well, that shall conclude the show. Once again, check the underbar, the description, for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition, which in itself includes...
Sohan TV on Twitch.
Yes, which I was watching earlier today. You're playing more Resident Evil. Good stuff. Wait, are you still even... oh, wow, you just paused. You're still live right now. Holy crap.
No, I'm not live.
You're not live?
Turned it off.
It shows that it's just paused. Oh, wait. Here we go. Wait, no, now it says offline. Okay. It just wasn't caught up. Anyway, for your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time.
12 Central.
For all of you and all of us, I am Xander.
I'm Sohin.
And you're you. And until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
Yep. Yeah.
Wait, don't you have something to say about, hell and stuff?
Yeah, man, if you do drugs, you go to hell before